There we go. Hello, everybody. I think I'm on. I think I'm there. Am I? No, no, it's frozen. Ah, there we go. All right. Finally. All right. Cool. Well, hello, anybody that's watching. My name is Mike Milo. I'm gonna be. Thank you, Sam. I couldn't tell. It just. I don't know. It like, cause even though I was live, it wasn't showing up that I was live, and then it was frozen, and whatever. Anyway, hello to anybody watching. Um, my name is Mike Milo. I am an animator. I am going to animate things in Adobe Animate for you for the next 3 hours. I've been working on a film for a number of months now, and I'm hoping to finish it today. And I have been going through the principles of animation. Last week we went through something called squash and stretch, the principle of squashing to build up energy in order and stretching out in order to release that energy. And this week we will go over something called anticipation. Um, but I'll probably draw a little bit first because I got to warm up, and then we'll switch over to doing that, and then we'll come back to this. Hey, what's up? I am Some. I am Some is here. Hey, what's up, Auntie Modus? How you doing? And Art Yuppie, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, Colin? How you doing? Good to see you guys. Thank you for tuning in to me and spending some of your Saturday with me. So anyway, last week we ended on a little bit of this. He chewed. And then now I need to do the same thing, and in between this, obviously. So first thing I'm going to do is grab this piece of artwork here, and I'm going to change the colors of it so that it matches the other cat. So let's do that. I'm going to put it in a new file because it's easier to mass change this stuff. Find and replace. Oh yeah, but I need to, because it doesn't remember. Oh, it does. So find this color, replace with this color. Wait, what? Why didn't I do that? Oh, replace with this color. Okay, and replace all. There we go. All right. Hey, what's up, Hannah? How you doing? What's up, Mezzaroli? Sorry. Oh, it's been a while. I had to socialize with family. I understand that. Hey, what's up, Doug? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Um, I hope you and the family are doing well. My bling chain came in. Just waiting. Oh, there you go. All right. I'll as soon as I break that, Emmy, I'll be happy to do it. What's up, E.G. Mose? Is there someone who is in filmmaking but watching this because it's awesome? Oh, I don't know. I am definitely in filmmaking. Let's see. Maybe we'll just turn this down just a little bit. I'll just manually do this. And then let's find this color, replace it with his skin color. And there we go. Now we, no, one last one. The yellow and green and replace. All right, cool. So now we've got this artwork. Let's just copy it back, paste it, and then let's put it in his head clip, because that's the easiest way to pull this off. And let's flop it down here. There. It's a scary face. He goes, it's too big, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Just a little bit. Well, what's all this extra? There's something extra over here. You can always tell there's something extra because the box is too big. So there's like a little artifact or something going on there. Hope. Okay, so we've got that. And let's see. All right, so he jumps, he chews. All right, so what I need now is I need him to switch to his other one. So we'll have him. This is called an anticipation. This is part of what I'm gonna teach you guys in a little bit. He's anticipating to bite, and that's really where we're going with that and what we want. Did you know that you can create a shockwave file archive and use it in After Effects? I actually didn't know that, but you might not have. So now you know it. There. All right, so, oh, well, his head's got to be above this, right? Because we want it to squish down. All right, I'll probably have to do some other stuff to this, but all right, all right, and that works good. Now I wonder, can I get away with just sliding his body forward? It's possible. Well, it is, except that I unfortunately didn't finish this drawing out. So let's just go and we'll finish this drawing. And then we'll go back and it'll be awesomer. And then we can use it. I try, as much as I love to draw, you know, making films and animating takes so much work. I will cheat any time I can to not have to draw something, because I'm already drawing so much. Case in point, look at his head. Look at all of the frames in his head. Some of you have seen this before, but I'm gonna say that that's a lot of frames. Well, hold on, it's auto recovery. Yeah, I could squeeze his head. Yeah, actually. Did you know that MS Paint used to have find and replace back when it was called Paintbrush? I wonder why they would take it away. Well, it doesn't seem like there would be a purpose for that, right? Because what would they do? Hey, what's up, Frew? I don't know what they would I don't know why you would need to find anything in MS Paint, but that's interesting. Maybe it did more. But anyway, here, look. So I mean, there's a lot of drawings right there. So I cheat as often as I can. Do that. Anyway, yeah, I probably will squash this a little bit. I'm going to use the same artwork and then just squash it down, and then, you know, and then have it pop back up again. But yeah, totally, you're dead on right. I will definitely make use of the squashage, because that's the first principle of animation. And if you want, you can, and you haven't seen it, you can actually go onto YouTube and see that that principle demonstrated on my YouTube page. And I'm not sure why, but it's kind of crappy quality, so I apologize for that. When I upload today's, I will try and make that look a little better, but I don't know what happened to it, so I'm not sure I can fix that. But anyway, all right. So see, now that looks better. Let's see. Yep, that works. Oh, we found another little spot, but hold on. We'll probably just tweak it. Yeah, look at that. That works great. Okay, cool. So now, is his head big? Oh, what does his head look like? Chomp, chomp. Yeah, it might be a little too big. In which case, all the placement is screwed up again. But all right. So we got that chomp, chomp. I don't really need an in between that. I probably need one here though. So let's go with let's find his head. All right, hold on. I think, let's see, and this is above, so let's slide this over just a wee bitty, and then I'm gonna have to slide this over a little bit too now. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Well, that's actually true. All right, so, whoops, no, that's one too many. I hate moving stuff like that. All right, so, oh, and now the body's off as well. All right, nope, still off. There. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's do an in between this one and the other one, which should be right there. Okay, so let's turn this on. Yep, we can see it. I'm going to use my trusty red pen because it's cooler. Actually, it's not cooler. I just can't draw any other way. All right, so now let's do a straight in between here. And so the goal, when I say in between, for those that aren't sure, I'm going to try and make his nose between this nose up here and this nose up here, or down there, and it makes it a little easier to do when you focus on certain parts of the drawing first, instead of like going, oh wow, well there's so much to pay attention to. You just do little parts at a time. So I've got the nose and the nose placement, and then I know where the mouth is now because of that. So now I'm gonna add the teeth, and you see it's kind of procedural, and in that way you're not really like overwhelmed by the fact that, you know, there's a lot of details to the drawing. All right, let's see, where's the tongue? Let's see, tongue there, tongue there. Okay, so yeah, it's really just doesn't really matter. All right. Remember, kids, cheating takes hard work and commitment. Hey, what's up? And Tear, hey, I'm doing good, thank you. That's what you learned in 7 years of racing. That's funny. Okay, so let's give him his eyes, and we'll probably make those a little bigger. His ears are pretty easy because they're really right there. They don't really move that much. But even that little bit of movement is going to make a difference. And then I just noticed that he doesn't have those little wings on his so like he's always got these little wingy things. So we have to add the wingy things too. That's an easy fix. Sometimes you run into the finish line, you forget these kind of things, you know? It happens. Happens to me all the time at work. Alright, let's see. Well, let's actually, it's the wrong color. Just gonna color this stuff in and fill this in there. Alright. And that side now. Let's go fill this side in. And so I'm, you know, I always end up talking about, or anybody that's watched this before, a lot of you have, I'm always talking about technology, and so I'm getting to the point where I need to replace this computer here. It's a Hackintosh, if you remember. If you don't know what a Hackintosh is, it's a PC that's been hacked to run the Mac OS, and it's just, you know, they're great because they're a lot cheaper than an actual Mac, because an actual Mac costs as much as an island these days. But the other thing about them is, the downside of them is that they have you can't update them. So when they start going, you know, wacky, there's really not much you can do. You can't fix them in any way, and that's a problem. So I need need to either get a new Hackintosh or I need to get a new computer, and I'm really not sure whether or not I want to get a Mac again, because if you've been watching these things, whoa, what happened there? What did I do? Am I on the wrong frame? Why is that? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that was on the wrong frame. Bad Mike Milo. Bad Mike Milo. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do here. I saw that there's, new iMacs, and I saw that I can buy a used iMac, because I usually buy used stuff if I can get away with it. But even that, I don't know. It's just so, the latest iMacs they had before this was from 2014, and they're still like $1,500. So am I gonna spend $1,500 on a piece of technology that is old? It just seems so dumb. But and then I guess I could go with a PC. I have actually, because this is because it is a Hackintosh, I can dual boot into a PC as well. And I have that, but I've had nothing but trouble with Windows 10. It currently won't boot up. So I don't really want to buy but that might be my fault. But I don't know. I don't want to buy a big rig and then have it work like crap. So I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do yet. Hey, what's up, Bat Monkey? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Mac is exactly. They have some awesome iMac Pro company. Yeah, and it's like $5,000, dude. Don't tell. I know. I spent $1,000, so I can't really talk here. Yeah, well, I do too. I use it all the time. People sometimes forget that they use their 2,050. Whoa, that's a good point, Colin. That is, you always with the good points. That's true, but I'm not afraid to spend that much money. I just don't want to, because I honestly don't feel that it's worth it. I don't feel that I get more value because it actually has the Mac stamp on it. Because honestly, I think they're kind of jerks in the real world. So I don't know. I just haven't worked that out in my head yet. So it's like an ongoing thing with me. Because I do really like the Mac. Mostly, you know what? To be quite honest, the reason that I like the Mac is because I record music, and there's nothing. Well, there is stuff out there that is comparable, but I happen to have paid for Logic Pro, and so I like Logic, and I prefer to use that. And so I mean, that's kind of that's really my conundrum. I have to think about whether or not it's worth it, because I mean, I don't make any money from recording music. I just like it. Me and my buddy get together and jam and record new music and stuff. We're actually, I know you'll all think this is so silly, but we're actually going to release an album, and it'll be fun. I mean, is it? It's certainly not Bruno Mars, but I'm not really. I do like Bruno Mars. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's not that kind of music. It's like classic rock, because that's my generation. That's what I like. And I don't know. It's a little hard, but not too hard. Anyway, so that's my thing. I'm not really sure where I'm gonna go with this yet. I did actually do this stream a couple of times using the PC, but I don't know. I think my PC end of this is a little configured wrong, because it just doesn't work. Anything I do, the CPU spins. So I think that maybe it's my fault. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just keep this Hackintosh until it dies, but I'm gonna maybe get a real PC for my main work, and then I'll keep this connected through like a KVM switch, something like that, and then I can switch back and forth between a Mac and a PC as I choose to. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen, but between that and the reality of that now I have to purchase a PC, and I'm not sure I want to purchase a PC because either way the PC is going to be $1,500. You know, to get a good one, i7, 32 gigabytes of memory, that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's see. How many months has it been since I started the cartoons? Oh wait, let's see. You could always build your own. Yeah, well, I was. That's what I did with this one. But here's the thing about building your own computer, and I'll get to the other questions there in a second. But I'm my own IT guy, and while I'm fairly adept at computers and whatnot, I'm not fantastic at it, and I feel like when something goes wrong, I can't like call tech support and say, hey, dude, this isn't working. You have to fix it. I spent money with you, and I can't put it on them. Where you can do that if you have a Mac, or if you buy a Dell or something, which is probably what I'm thinking about getting. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to check, hard to vet what's important, and what I need to do. All right, so looks like we finished this drawing here, except that I got one little weird tick going on here that I hate. And now we're good. But yeah, this needs to be up here on the other one, because it has to be behind, doesn't it? Yes, it does. All right, so you know what we need to do, because there's got to be more than one in between here. Just right. I mean, whoa. Oh wait, whoa. All right, so it's there. Gee whiz, I have to say it is incredibly hot in my office today. It was 105 here the last couple of days. It's been like stupid hot, and I don't like it much at all. Anyway, yeah, about 4 months. We can watch it. We watch Keyframer as well. Oh, well, thanks. I play the guitar. I don't play it well, but I play the guitar. Where can I watch? Oh, you can watch what I've already done on YouTube for past episodes and stuff. But we can watch the actual film up to its point now if you guys want to, just so you can see where we are. Let's see, new Finder window, Adobe. My voice is all like, yeah, what's up today? I don't know why. I was out last night. Maybe that has something to do with it. All right, so here's the. Wait, let me see. Let me catch up with you guys. I have to test things on Windows, so I run Windows 10 on my MacBook. Oh yeah, well maybe. I have a MacBook Pro as well. Yeah, 4 months. I know. Hey, what's up, Unique? I said that before I even understood what that meant. That's a great little handle there. When's your album dropping? Well, probably. I don't know. We're at the mixing stage now, and we got to figure out how to do that. My buddy is. We haven't. We're amateur musicians at best, so we're trying to figure that out. We're gonna pay somebody to mix this latest song that we did. It's called Desire, and we're gonna pay somebody to do it, because there's like these websites you can actually find people that are willing to do it. I think it's gonna cost like $150, and we'll pay for it and split the cost, and then we'll see how good that is. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, I have some. Actually, Mike's been working on this for 5 months. Really? Wow. Yeah, but 5 months. But I was out for 6 weeks too out of that, so it's about 4 months, I'd say. Need to start my own project. Yeah. Do you have a sort of ratio you aim for in time spent on a piece per length of anime? Uh, no, I don't. I don't. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I'd love to be able to churn these things out and be done with them quicker and quicker, but they really do take time. And here's one of the things that like I think about as I'm doing this. Like, this bugs me. I certainly couldn't keep it like this. I have to in between all this stuff, and this it just takes time. And if I don't do it, and I say, well, I just need to get it done. I need to get this done. Then what ends up happening for me is that every time I watch it, I remember the things that I didn't do that I should have done, and I wish I had done it. And then it's already up on YouTube, and you can't swap out a video, and it just, it's one of those things that you can't unsee and can't fix. And that always bothers me. And so I've over the years learned that if it bugs me now, fix it, because it's never gonna go away. You're never gonna have a time where you're like, yeah, it's all right. So there's a lot of things in here that I still feel like I have to go back and fix, um, and I will before I actually upload this. I mean, I'll consider it done when this scene is done, and then I'll just upload. I mean, then I'll, fix the little tweaks and stuff. Just little things that I don't like. One thing is, the characters, they're not consistent in some places. Like the way that sometimes they're missing stripes, or the gray cat doesn't have he's supposed to have like a little hair, like two pieces of hair sticking up, and that's not in everything. Sometimes the whiskers pop off, stuff like that. That just drives me crazy, and I need to fix that stuff. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. But no, so I try not to put a limit on my time, just because of that. I want it to be good. I mean, as good as I can make it. I mean, I'm not great at this, but I want it to be as professional as I can make it. So that's where I'm going, and that's what I'm gonna do. I think. Let's see. Should I have his? Yeah, maybe his eyes could be like that. Sure, why not? Let's see. You're one of the few that immediately gotten that. Am I? I sit here, I just look at something, and I have to read it quickly. I don't want to offend somebody because I didn't pronounce their, name right or whatever. But I also can only see so well. I don't have great eyesight, but I'm kind of like in between eyesights, so I just ignore it. So like I can see well enough that I don't feel I want to wear glasses all the time, and I don't want to carry them around and use them only when I need them, because sometimes I can't see close, sometimes I can't see far. I just, I just, I'll just end up losing those glasses. I just as soon not deal with it. So, anyway, um, let's see. Let's see. Here's the latest drawing I did. This draw with Jazz's contest. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah, it was Ricky. Yeah, the Michelangelo thing. Yeah, it was pretty cool actually. Nicely done. Did you win, Nick? Did you win? Um, very Picasso. Yeah. Life of an artist, never happy. Well, that's actually true. It's a spin-off of, yeah, The Son of Man. Oh, okay. Really, I was thinking that it was more like the Michelangelo thing. To a project that you are most displeased with in retrospect, something you can't bring yourself to watch. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's some really terrible stuff that I've done in the past. Um, I try not to upload that. There's a couple of them here. I'll show you one. You can see what I'm talking about. It's pretty damn awful. But you know, this is when I was learning how to animate using Flash. And let's see. I know I have it up somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Here, I'll put this here. It's only a couple of minutes long, but it's just not that great, you know. Especially the things that I've been doing lately. Well, that's interesting. Where is it? It's not there. Hmm. Let's see. Let me try this. It might be able to find that. Yeah, it did. There you go. All right. So this is one of my first Charlie Hippo. Charlie Hippo was the first character that I ever created, and he, we did a whole bunch of comic books with him, and that was fun. And then I tried to animate with him, and I really just didn't know enough about Flash yet. So here, I'll play it for you. It's not very long. It's like not even 2 minutes long. But check this out. Oh, Da Vinci, yes. Sorry. See, look at the hand. Just ruined it right there. That ruined the whole film for me.
Well, I am paying attention. You know I always pay attention when I could. Well, that was because there was a big thing of grease. It wasn't my fault. I was just. Oh, man, Penny, I gotta go back. Come on. Oh, there goes the smoke alarm. Oh, I gotta hurry up before the fire department gets here.
Yeah, the thumb ruined it, didn't it?
You know, son, you ought to pay a little more attention when you cook.
Yeah, well, let's just say I didn't think it was gonna pan out that way.
And there you go. That was the genius of Charlie Hippo. Anyway, and all right, I'll show you one more. This one was also kind of weird too, but you know, again, you gotta learn. This was not the first one I did either. I know, right? Yeah. Look at this one. This is all Photoshop bitmap files. You can see it. I didn't realize you could draw in the program.
Terrence, what happened to you? No, wait. I will guess. Did you get attacked by a flock of rabbit geese?
Nope.
No, alien abduction? No. It's definitely not that.
Three Stooges. No, I didn't really love them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure I improved a lot. Well, I didn't know anything about it. I had to learn how to do this myself. It's hard to do.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm guessing why your field is all banged up.
Oh, man, I bet the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Trouble you again.
No, try again.
That's like, what happened with that audio? Just so stupid. Anyway. So, yeah. Those weren't even the first ones that I did. This is probably like the third or fourth cartoon that I animated in Flash. But then I used to use the symbol stuff, and I don't do that anymore. I I just draw now. But I used to draw with symbols. All right, now how am I gonna transition to this? But yeah, so there you go, guys. If you're feeling like you'll never be able to get better at animating, there you go. It's it's you can. I mean, I could animate well even then. I couldn't wrap my head around the program. It was a hard program to learn for me because there was no, this was back before there was really the internet that much. I mean, it existed, but YouTube didn't exist, so there wasn't really like tutorials and how-tos, and there was a forum that you could go to, but people aren't as helpful as I think I'd like them to be. I think they're a little more helpful these days. So I don't know. It's not great. It's not bad. Every time I watch it, it makes me smile though, and I think the acting is pretty good of the characters. It's just learning how to make it work. you know. I think this worked. Yeah, that's right. And no, I actually didn't really like the Three Stooges that much. I still don't. I mean, it's a lot of pain and yelling at each other. I don't really love that, but I do like slapstick. I like more Charlie Chaplin or you know uh, Buster Keaton or more that kind of humor, which is still similar in some ways. Like Abbott and Costello. I like the Marx Brothers. It was a little smarter comedy. Um, but yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Just um, Three Stooges was not my favorite, which I know is almost like a faux pas among men. They're like, "What? You didn't like the Three Stooges?" Like, eh. There just wasn't much story to them, I guess. And Mo was a complete jerk, and I never really liked that. I mean, I'm teaching a class um, in how to develop your own ideas for television and pitch them. And one of the things that network executives always talk about is wish fulfillment. Kids want to be these characters, like they want to live in that world. They want to have friends like the character has, and I don't know. I didn't want to live with the Three Stooges. I didn't want Mo smacking me in the head. It's funny. It's funny if you're watching somebody else have it done. I didn't like the idea of that. So anyway, that's why I guess I didn't really like them as much as I probably could have. But to each his own, right? That's one of the nice things about the world. You can. There's so much stuff to look at. You don't have to all like the same thing. Uh, let's see. Photoshop is more natural to draw. Well, I'm kind of used to it now. I actually don't. Well, I probably shouldn't say this on the Adobe thing, but I really don't like drawing with Photoshop. I don't feel that it's actually very natural. I've grown. I mean, I can do it, and I'm used to it, but I feel like it's almost overkill. Just me. Everybody's got their own thing, their own way to work. That's how I always figured it, though. Let's see. I need this one. Anyway, so there. So there you go, swamp meat. Showed you stuff I don't love that I've done. Let me see. Reminds me of the Newgrounds era. Well, yeah, that's actually the way it was back then. That's how I was drawing. Most of the stuff out there was like that. I know. Yeah. I get a star for effort. Thank you, and thank you, Art Yuppie. Yeah, it was fun. I actually did the ones that I do like. I actually had done first, and let's see. Was it YouTube? And how about this? The peanut grill. Nope, nope. Cartoon? Peanut grill cartoon? I know I have them. Nope. The peanut grill cartoon. Nope. Doesn't even come up. Wait, or did it? No. Uncle Grandpa. Not a dang thing. All right. How about this? I'm gonna just look under my animation. I know I uploaded them, but I also thought I uploaded. Let's see. Let's see. Nope, it's not there. But you know what? I actually have two accounts. So let's see. If I don't want to sign out. That would be bad. Hold on. New incognito window. YouTube. Sign in. Let's see. Ah, yeah. Nah, forget this. Forget it. Never mind. You know what? I actually have them on my hard drive, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, there you go. I think I did have let's see, man, I'll try one more time. The peanut grill. Nope. Hold on. You know, sometimes I mean I've been doing this for so long. I have so many things. I just kind of lose where they are. What you know, I just have too much stuff. I've got like 6 terabytes of crap that I've worked on and done, and then on top of that, I animate my own crap too. It just let's see. Yeah, no, nothing. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. You're not missing anything, that's for sure. All right, let's keep it going, huh? All right, so out. All right. So now he needs to hold a little bit longer there. Up, up, and then now he needs to as well. All I feel is pain. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got your gallbladder out, man. You didn't answer me. Did you get to keep the gallbladder? Because I don't know. That'd be fun. You just put it in a jar somewhere and keep it like in formaldehyde. I don't know if that fun is the right word for it. Hey! What are you going to do on a Friday night? I intend to hang out with my gallbladder. Me and my gallbladder. It's like a 80s sitcom. La 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 la. Gallbladder and me. So stupid. But it's kind of funny. All right, I think I need to slide all of this over because he needs time to do his thing. I like your cat's blue tongue. Thanks. Yeah, yeah, it's different. Well, you know, if you look at a cat's tongue, they're not all pink. Alright, let's see. How do we do this? So he bites. Oh, wait, but. Yeah, that's right. Uh huh. So now this needs to be frame 2. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Let's swap symbol because I did a copy of the ham because that one ham. The reason that that thumb moves up and down the entire time on that Charlie Hippo commercial or cartoon or garbage is because I did that. It was looping, and I had like an extra finger in there, and then the entire film used that finger, and it screwed everything up. Why? I guess I didn't. Do that. Thought I did. Talking to myself, aren't I? Just trying to. All right, there. So that should be good. Oh. Okay, so this is why this keeps taking so long. It's like, I've been working on this. This is the 3rd week I've been working on this particular scene. It's just so much. There's so much to do. Both characters have to do stuff. It's just a lot of work. All right, so wait, but I need his. Where's his body layer? Okay, so there's his body layer. I need an in-between here of his. Whoa! Ha ha ha. Thank you so much, Animate CC. It did at least find a recover. Gee whiz, did it really go back that far? Wow. It consumes a lot, yeah, right? I should animate gallbladder and me next. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, how do you like that? Thank you so much. Animate. That's awesome. Gallbladder and me. That is funny, actually. I might have to look into that. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to animate next, so maybe I will. I was thinking of having. I had this idea. It was called Box and Cutter. It was just this box that's, like a literal box. You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. God, I hate you guys sometimes. I hate computers. Not you guys, but just computer programmers. What the hell? And I know, I should have saved, but, there's no autosave on this. It's ridiculous. Oh well. Whatever. My fault. I did it. Should have saved. I'm not used to saving because Toon Boom has autosave. So I don't usually save anymore. I don't need to save because it does it on its own. Hey, what's up, Jack? I'm doing good, thanks. Except for I just had a big crash on this stupid computer. So wait, what is that? Oh, right. Oh, because I never closed that. Gotta be kidding me, though. So now I gotta go back. All right, we were almost done with this, and then now I'm not almost done. Have max every 5 minutes. Yeah, yeah, but then it's you have every 5 minutes you're pulled out of drawing for 30 seconds. I'm like I'm in the groove. I'm trying to get the work done. That's just not an acceptable solution. I shouldn't have to save. In this day and age, I should not have to save a file. The computer should do it for me. Come on, we got computers that talk to you now. It's just ridiculous. All right, well, whatever. What I always try and do so that I don't go postal on things is try and remember that, well, I already did it once, the second time it's gonna be better. And sometimes that works, and sometimes I still want to scream. I hate doing work over again. But that's how it is. Can't bring that back. I knew I should have remembered to do that. I was thinking of it when I started up the program, and then I didn't. Let's see, what time is it? It's 1:51. So in 10 minutes I will I'll do my demonstration, and I don't know if I'll finish this week. I keep saying that, and now I feel like a jackass because I'm not. Probably gonna finish it again this week. I may actually this week I may actually just go onto my own stream afterwards. I'm kind of done with this project, and I really want to move on to Gallbladder and Me or something. Just something different. I'm kind of tired of these cats, man. Tired of these cats. I'll do another one of these cartoons, definitely, but I'm just tired of them for now. No offense, kitties. Let's see. You're always just screaming. That's Mike. Yeah. It's freaking huge. Hello. Hey, what's up, little wood? Yeah. Yep. I'm still animating cats. I was this much closer, and then Animate crashed on me, and I lost like, I don't know, 15 minutes of work. So yeah, that was fun. Loved it. So happy. But it's my own stupid fault, and I deserved it. So there you go. Save early, save often. That's what they always say. Actually, you know what? I blame Batmonkey, because Batmonkey always says stand and sip and stretch, and you didn't this time, and so it's all your fault. I'm kidding. It's my fault. I'm an idiot. Oh well. I'd like to say that I'm gonna learn a lesson, but I know I'm not. So it really doesn't make much difference. I think I do actually like this drawing better, and I really don't like this drawing, but now I'm at that point, Swan Meat, where I just want to get it done. That's the wrong color. It's that color. Come on. Flash crash. Well, I know, right? Autosaves in ZBrush takes 5 seconds for files. Yeah, I know. I've been on it for a couple of weeks. I know. It just well, it won't die. It's a big scene though for me. There's a lot of elements, a lot of over and under stuff to deal with. I'm just now I gotta power through this and actually get past a little bit. So bear with me, guys. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's save. Now watch how long it's gonna take to save. It's gonna sit there at 39%. Oh no, 66%. I think the one downside to work on a process is that you get tired of the same characters you deal with over and over, and you just want to move on, like The Simpsons. Well, yeah, actually. ZBrush is a faster save because, like Illustrator, a large component of math. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is actual stuff. I mean, you saw that. That was like 15 seconds probably. That just wears on you over time, and you know you're trying to get something done, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, it does irritate me, as you can see. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on a second. In the library, I have a whiskers file. Pretty sure. There we go. And then that way the file won't be the wrong size, or it'll stay. Alright, let's drag this in. Like that. Yeah, see, that works good. Alright. Not great. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so now... Oh, wait. I just noticed this. Oh, and I just noticed this. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. There's like just I gotta do maintenance on some of these drawings. But actually it'll be easy because it's just the heads. I can go through that whole clip of the heads and fix it. Alright, we're good. Let's put this in here. Whoa, what happened there? I didn't want that. There. Alright, so now let's do a little overshoot here. What? No, thanks. I wish they would get rid of that. That Mike Milo, that blah blah thing reminded me of Tasmania's blah blah blah. Yeah, that's where I get it. That's funny that you caught that. Let's see. I have some. It was broken, not working anymore. Wow. Well, I'm glad it's working well, man. Also renders, which is another fucking good. Yeah. Oh wait. All right. Let's see. See. Yeah, that totally works better. All right. So now, let's save again. Because the last time I touched this guy, got messed up. Did you try turning it off, turning it on? What? Mike, try this. Select preferences. Wait, alright, hold on. Try this. Select edit. Okay. Edit. Preferences. Oh, no, yeah, for a Mac it'd be over here. Preferences, yeah. No, but the thing is, there is no auto save. There is a auto recovery. They used to have an auto save, and then they got rid of it, and I've argued with them about it, and I don't know, for whatever reason, nobody wants to actually do that. I'm not really sure why. But I think the reason why is that sometimes people want to try something, and then when they go to try it, like if you try something, then you can't go back, and then, but so save another version when you do that. I don't see why I have to be completely and utterly inconvenienced because of that crap. But I do. I do. Apparently. Alright, so I need an in-between. Alright, so really, let's do an in-between here. I don't need an in-between. I just need this head to come earlier and move it. And then the body needs. this needs to go upward. And I need to swap this again because I didn't swap it. And copy, well, and then 2, there we go. Hand. All right. And then, so really, why is he behind him? That's odd. But okay, I guess, does it even matter? I bet it doesn't matter. I would argue it does not matter. There you go. All right, so, because really this is going away anyway. Okay. Let's save again. Will it be a banana and a peanut butter? Oh, did you just see that? I'm gonna report. You're damn right I'm gonna report. Okay. I did, but I didn't. I could have corrupted the entire thing. I don't know what the hell it did. Uh, 158? Was that it? I don't know. Just kind of getting a little irritated here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna go and do anticipation instead. Let's get that going. I haven't seen. It would be a shame if your product were to meet with an unfortunate accident. Yeah, exactly. I did actually save. As I was saving, I pressed save, and it crashed. So yeah, I mean the whole thing might be corrupted now. Now I'm gonna have to go back to an earlier save. And if that occurs, then we're going to tell the other projects what you saw. Yeah, well, there's something messed up with this dude because every time I mess with him, watch. All right, let's do this again. I'm gonna do it now. This time I'm not even gonna mess with him. I'm gonna go back to because all I'm trying to do is do an in between. I mean, I'm not asking for the moon here. I should be able to do an in between in this program. I really should. I mean, honestly. Okay, let's do this again because this is fun. Having so much fun doing this again. For the 3rd time, I might add. This is and this is the latest and greatest too. This is not an old version. This came out last week, so I'm a little irritated right now. I apologize if I say something rude, but I'm a little pissed off. I mean, I was saving. I was going, all right, hey, let's save, and then it goes, So you're being a smartass, are you, Mike Milo? I'm gonna crash on you. That's exactly what it did. All right, let's hurry before it crashes again. Sure would be nice if it remembered to do that. Load your last save instead of recovery? Well, maybe. Sure. There was no last save though. The last save was the recover. That's what I'm working on now. I did save it as version 27, but that was the last modified. So there really there isn't one. It doesn't exist. It's just kind of ridiculous. so done with you cats. Um. Oh wait. All right. Let's just. Oh, you know what? All right. Let's do it. 2 minutes. New version every time. Let's see what happens with that. You know what? I'll do 5 minutes. No, 5. 5. The hell. Alright, well, 10 minutes apparently is going to be what I'm going to do. Does it work on every... Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. You can write a script that will save every time your stylist touches... Really? Do it, dude. I'm totally, man. I'll even put it up on my website and then hawk it here, and you can charge for it. I'd pay for that. I think your file is corrupted. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's just big. It's a big file. I think that's probably what the problem is. And although I don't have much open, I think that may have something to do with the problem. Okay. So, Animating thinks I need practice. It thinks you need to get a scene done in under 5. Yeah, well, probably. It is bound to be more recent than your last save. I'm going to do a full... Yeah. Wait as the stylus goes flying when it crashes again. I hope it hits the M and breaks off my wing. Well, it won't do that, and the reason it won't do that is because the Emmy's upstairs. You do a save and make... Alright, okay, yeah, you know what? Sure, that's a good idea. Save as... I could swear that I actually saved it without the recover on it, though, but I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if it actually saves. Crash! Alright, I like how we've got an hour of anticipating anticipation. That's a good point. Alright, I'm going to save this, and we'll do the anticipation. Sorry, guys. I can always come back to this. Okay, let's, oh wait, no, I want new. Okay, so, anticipation. So, anticipation is where you've seen this a million times before. It's where the character is going to run, and before they run, they put back their... You know what? Let's hold on. Let's go back to the squash and stretch thing, because I can grab him, and then every one of these things will be the same character starting over. So, there we go. We'll hold him for a couple frames. So, an anticipation is anticipating the move that going forward. Much like squash and stretch, you can't just move. You have to build up energy to go somewhere. So, you ever saw Bugs Bunny and he anticipates back to run. Right? I know you've seen that. He puts back his legs. And he puts back his foot. Now, the thing about when you're posing out something like this that's really important to pay attention to, right now he's off balance. Now, in an anticipation, it might be all right if he's off balance, but you generally want, across the board, when you're drawing characters, you always want them to be in balance. And the way that you balance them is that their foot should always be between their two eyes, or at least one foot should be there. So, right now in this older, where he's just standing there in this one, his weight is spread between the two legs, and that's why he looks like he's planted nicely. Here he's a little off balance, and why is that? Well, it's because it needs to be between these two. Now you can cheat that a little bit, but you really can't cheat it too much. So that actually works much better. And now he feels like he's planted firmly. So when we talk about anticipation, it is anticipating the motion that he's about to do. In this case, he is going to anticipate running. And some of the reason that they do that and they exaggerate it in cartoons is just so that it's clear where he's going. So like, he'll go shoo, and then he zips off screen, or he might run or whatever. But that's one way of anticipating something. And you obviously have to in between something like this as well. So let's in between at least one pose, just so that it doesn't look so. Alright, so we'll do a drawing halfway between. Remember last week we talked about timing bars, right? And so pose 1, pose 2, and the halfway point would be about here. And so you want it to slow out, so you would probably put one here, and we'll do so. They're slow in and slow out as another principle that we'll be going over. But at some point, I don't know which one in line it is. I know the one next week I'll go over is staging, because the 12 principles of animation say it. So here, actually, here you go. I mean, I'm not making this crap up. It's a real thing. There's the 12 principles of animation. Yeah, kind of like a take. Well, no, it's actually the take is actually past it. A take actually is not that, because the take is the final moment. The take is like it's more like, that's more like last week, like a squash and a stretch. You'll hand down. So actually, you're right in some ways. It's before the take, and you know what? I'll do that next. You can see what I'm talking about, but the anticipation actually is before the take in that case. But in anticipation, if you want anything to look good in animation, you need an anticipation in it before you do just about any action. It's important, mostly because so things read correctly. All right, let's see. All right, so now there we got. Now we would definitely add another drawing in there for sure. And then what's interesting is there's a lot of times with this kind of pose. So let me do one more in between, because the next thing I'm going to explain will actually work better if I do the in between. But But sometimes there's a double anticipation in something like this. So you'll get to the point where you get to the end here, and here's his, he stops for a beat, and then he antics again. There's another way to say this is an antic. A lot of people call them antics instead of an anticipation, but I'm teaching the Nine Old Men version of that. So, and the Nine Old Men, if you don't know who they are, they were two legendary animators from the classic Disney days. Um, there was 9 men that started on, like, I think on Pinocchio, and they all sort of, came up and learned all these principles, and far exceeded anybody else in their knowledge, and then they amassed the ideas of what each principle was that made them capable of doing the great animation that Disney is known for. And they were called the 9 Old Men because by the time they got to like Robin Hood and whatnot, they were starting to get a little bit old. But they're a legend in animation, and there are no more. Well, I don't think any of them are alive anymore. Anyway, all right. So anyway, you can read about them in a book called The Illusion of Life. If you want to be an animator and you don't have it, you should definitely have it. All right. So he's gonna antic back. I might even do like just a little overshoot here. I mean, I always do that. Just a little bit. I don't know, like that. All right, and then we'll hold him, and then so if he was gonna zip off screen, well, you would just have like um, the next drawing after this would be a cloud. That's typically the way they do it with Bugs Bunny, right? Well, I don't know if they defined it, but they did actually. Yeah, Frank and Ollie, and they wrote it. Frank Johnson, Ollie Thomas wrote that book, The Illusion of Life. I don't know if they defined it. Maybe that's a good way to say it. They are the ones that wrote down all of these principles. I mean, Warner Brothers was doing a pretty damn good job of it themselves, honestly. Whew. See how that just kind of works? Shoo. If I now watch what happens if I didn't do this. I mean, it still kind of works, but watch what happens if I get rid of all of those drawings. It just goes from two, and that's really fast. He's going really fast, which is kind of why it almost works anyway, but it's a little too fast. In fact, here, let me grab, just so that I don't have to animate it, because it'll waste your time. Yeah, I already got one of these from this film. And here, let's just get rid of this and put this in here. Flip it in there. There. You have to have the sound effect. But see, it wouldn't. You need that anticipation so you can kind of tell what somebody's gonna do. It's kind of important. All right, so, but what I was gonna say is that sometimes they will also add another anticipation. So there's an anticipation here where he stops, and then just as he's gonna go again, like one frame, you add like another big anticipation. So watch. And I don't really need to even, well, let's see if this just works. Because sometimes it does. So let's see. Watch. Yeah, see, that works better. There's like another anticipation there just before he goes to run. Shoo, shoo. Now there's also a lot of things that you can do here. I could actually have him run off screen if I wanted instead. And I probably have that already animated somewhere. But I won't waste your time with a run cycle. But so that's one way you can do an anticipation. So let's save this as and also I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you go to that YouTube page that has the principles of animation on them, you can download the ones that I already did from last week at the actual files. Let's see, where are they? Right now there's just those two. There's just the one file. But if you go there, it's been 5 seconds. I know, right? I did though. I saved it now. Now it's saved. Alright, so now let's go to another one. Let's grab this guy again. Create a new file. Paste him again. Alright, so now another thing that he could do, which is another anticipation, is if he was going to throw a ball, which I actually did in a short. Let's see if it's still here. Yeah, I don't even really need to do this one. I'll do a different one. But here's another version that you can see. This is another type of an anticipation. So he will antic back to throw the ball. See? And then well, in this case he flips over because. But I was animating this before I went back to the what do you call it? The cat thing. But anyway, that's an anticipation as well. So another one would be like you were saying. I think it was I Am Some said this, where there's a take, right? So the anticipation in this case would be before the take. I mean, which makes sense because you're building up the energy to jump, essentially. Again, notice how I'm squashing. So they work hand in hand. I'm squashing the character down because he's building up energy, but at the same time, this is also considered an anticipation. Alright, so there he is. We'll do that for about 6 frames or so. And then he's going to go right into the take. So let's see. The take. It's one of those classic takes from really mostly from Tex Avery. He's kind of the one that started this sort of thing. And everybody followed him. At least I believe he's the one that did it first. Yeah, we could even so yeah, so in this case the anticipation, well, it's really the same as it was, but that's what an anticipation is here. So there's an antic there. If you went and I got rid of this pose, it wouldn't be as strong. I mean, it works. It does work, but it doesn't look as good. And you almost want to. Part of the deal is like you kind of want to prepare the audience for what's going to happen, and an anticipation is one way to kind of pull that off. I think his head's too big. And then of course there's always your computer sounds like it's about to take off. Oh no, that's my I have a fan here because it's hot, man. It's like 100 degrees here, and I have the door shut so that nobody bugs me. I can't open the window so that there's no noise and it's loud, and I can't turn the air conditioning. Doesn't really work very well down here, so I apologize for the loud noise. There's not much I can really do about it currently. All right, so now there you go with it. There's a take. Now I would definitely, if I was gonna do that, the next step of the take, and I might as well do this, is another drawing. It's usually you do like a couple of drawings, and they're opposite. So you do like this one. This isn't really part of anticipation, but I might as well demonstrate it because I'm already doing it. There's no real rules to a take. It's just whatever you can think of to make it funny. Takes are fun to do, though. All right. There we go. Do one more. Probably in between this one more time. Or probably in between this, not one more time. Alright, so now if I just do it. Oh wait, I have to boot playback. It kind of works, but it shutters a little too much, so you really usually will do an in-between. And then you usually cycle through them, but randomly. So let's in between this real quick. The nice thing about a take is that it's not really that important to be perfect with it, because the whole idea is that he's, you know, shaking, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be good enough that it makes sense, that you can see the details well enough in the take. Like, I don't really need, I guess I don't really need to worry about these teeth being dead on in between, and that they're the right, even the right number. This doesn't really matter because it's going to go so fast. It's just going to feel weird, which is really the whole point of it. See, like, I'm not really concerned about the tongue so much. Alright. Keep the belly button focused there so that it's in the same place. So you have like a point of reference that everything is moving except the belly button, and it just kind of grounds the animation just a little bit. Alright, so now let's watch it. See how that makes a big difference, really? So now what you could also do is, I could cycle it, but I could copy, paste the second one, and then go to the first one, copy that one, so that now it's actually, I'm not sure that worked very well. I think this is why it didn't work, because you can't have the last one be the first one, because then it's 2 frames. Yeah, see, that kind of works a little better. Ah! And you only do that for a couple of frames, and then quite often what you'll do is actually raise him up. So I'm going to use a tween. I'm going to right click, set my frame. I'm going to select the frames that I want. I'm going to right click, select classic tween, and then I'll make him go up just a little bit. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. Yeah, just a little bit. Now you're just making a cover for a rock album. The heat's probably not good for my computer. No, it's probably not. Alright, so now, seeing that I'm already doing this, I might as well continue. I'm gonna remove the classic tween on this frame, and I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna do a run, just a quick run cycle, because you know this is what they do. You've seen this before. So then, by doing that, now the take also becomes an anticipation. You see how that works? It's its own anticipation. Even though I anticipated for that, I'm anticipating the run, and the take is the anticipation as well. So, you know, anticipations are really used a lot, and all these principles really meld into each other. So they're, you know, guys were geniuses to figure it all out. It's so funny that I make use of the properties in anime. Like I do those anime mouths and stuff, and I just really don't like anime. All right, so there's one pose. Now I'm going to turn this into its own symbol as well, so that way, and let's save the anticipation 2. All right, and then now I'll go inside here, and I'll do the opposite of him running, which would be this front leg back, and this front leg, or this other leg forward. And then I'll actually, while I'm doing this run first, usually they'll do some other, like where they scramble first and then zip off screen as well, like we did in the last example. So I'll do that too. All right, so now I've got my in between. I've got my two extremes. They call that legs akimbo. I did work on a little bit of Adventure Time. Oh, it's more Adventure Time. Where do I live, Hannah? I live in Los Angeles. Yeah, I worked on a little bit of it, but not only in the very beginning of the project. So yeah, I don't want to misrepresent myself. I didn't make Adventure Time or anything like that. But I did work on it a little bit. All right, so let's see. So he's like doom, doom, doom. Runs are hard because it's hard to maintain where the legs are and which leg is in front. You really have to work hard to get the legs to look like. See, like actually this pose is probably okay, but I'm gonna need another one to make it clear that it's that foot coming down. So I can keep this foot, but I need another one. Anyway, yeah, I only worked on like the first 4 shows of Adventure Time. That was it. And my job was it was also freelance, and my job was to help flesh out the story for the because the animator or the storyboard artists really had a lot of trouble breaking down the stories because they were writing the stories as well. And Derek Dryman, who was the executive producer, I don't think he is anymore. He saw a pitch that I did for a project on a animation, like a shorts program that Cartoon Network was doing called Cartoon Institute, which is where hold on, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get this right. Which is where not Flapjack, Regular Show and Uncle Grandpa came from. And anyway, so he saw my boards, loved what I was doing, and asked me if I would you know, fill in and help them until they could get back on track. And I did. I helped them for a little while. Like I said, it was just freelance because I was actually directing Chowder at the time there. And Adventure Time was being done directly below me on the second floor. I was on the third floor. And so it was just an easy, run downstairs, talk to them, and do the work. All right, so see how now it's starting to make sense? There you go. Look at that. But it didn't. Just this pose didn't work. So if I went from this pose to this pose to this pose, it didn't really work so well. But now it's starting to work. All right, so now let's do the same thing with this one. So now this far foot needs to come down, and let's see, this leg is going to start coming forward. This part here is just recycling what already exists. What time is it? You know what time it is? It's peanut butter time. I'm starting to get hungry. So at 2:42, the specific time 2:42 is brought to you by peanut butter. All right. Uh-oh. The Adventure Time. Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely a game changer. Because Adventure Time was also a pilot in a shorts program that I was part of. I did a short called Flavio, which you can see on my YouTube page if you are so inclined. And it was part of this thing called Random Cartoons, and he did Adventure Time. Penn came in and did Adventure Time. He was a very quiet, unassuming fella, but extremely talented. And when we all saw Adventure Time, I knew right away that it was going to be a hit. Apparently, though, Nickelodeon did not know that, and they passed on it, which is kind of stupid, but okay, whatever. So, yeah, but I definitely felt like it was going to be a game changer. Yeah, it just had like a special quality to it that was very childlike, and I really really liked it. Now I have to be honest, I really don't like the show in its real current incarnation. I liked it. I liked the pilot immensely. But then when they started doing the stories are just so weird. And I don't know, people say the comedy, comes from like a unique place, and I would agree. It's just not a place I want to visit. So, however, in all fairness, the only episodes that I've seen are the ones that I worked on. So, I don't really watch that show. I don't really have time to sit and watch things like that as much as I probably should. I don't know. Plus, it's hard to do. I mean, I guess I could buy the DVD and then watch it that way. But all right, so here we go. There's a run. Should be on twos probably. Am I missing something? No, that's about right. Yep, that works. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but one of the things that quite often helps it a lot, and I think that's really what it needs, is it needs another drawing in between these two where he goes down a little bit and his leg compresses just a little bit, like he truly makes contact. We didn't have any bananas today. Hey, what's up? Greats when to bold. Hey, I did that. That explains the heat. Yeah, it is break time. They steal all my style. Which did I work on? Oh, the first four. There was one. What type of tablet do I use? It's a Cintiq 22 HD. You think Rick and Morty looks like my style? That's interesting. I don't really see that, but I guess anything's possible, right? Um, anyway, which ones did I work on? I don't remember. One of them had to do with a mountain that got sad whenever these Vikings would fight, and another one had to do with a character who he was like a baby, and Finn and Jake saw him and he was lost, and then they were trying to help him find his mother, and they kept feeding him things, and he got sicker and sicker because he only ate one thing. Yeah, see, that looks much better. Alright, so now let's see what happens. And then make him go off really quickly. So like right here. And I actually think that maybe now that I've got all those poses, I might not actually need the ones or at being on twos. There's a lot more poses now. Let's see. Yeah, that actually looks better. Alright, so it goes. So now, what I was talking about the about this scrambling. He needs to. I need to in between him. And he would probably. His one leg would start to come over this way. Ah, still hungry. Alright, so there's the other hand. It's kind of important to in between this. And then he's gonna start running with his foot this way. So this foot goes back, up, and this one starts to come down. And I may end up starting on the on a different frame of the run instead of going directly to that frame, the one that just happens to be there. Right, and then, although that actually works, it actually works. Let's do one more drawing. Well, you know what we could do? Yeah, this is pretty much what you would do. You do another drawing. Obviously, this is very rough. I was just thinking it'd be funny if, like, he runs off screen and it's a butterfly that follows him. Alright, so now, this is what I was talking about with the frames. I need to get him back to this frame. So let's have him run again. You notice the weight makes a difference too. So I'm dragging this foot. It's called secondary action, and it's one of the principles of animation as well that we'll go over at some point. And it's an important part of animation. All these things kind of flow together into one thing, and as you're drawing, you need to think about all of them when you're animating. You can't really just manipulate the poses and just go from one pose to another. It's not as simple as that. Alright, so yeah, actually that flowed in just nicely. So there we go. So I was like, ah. And these all need to be on ones now as well, because the other run is on ones now. So let's see how that looks. And then I could just slide him off screen, really. Let's see if that works. You know, because like he's skidding. See? That works pretty good, actually. Then it needs like a... Another thing that's really important is to hold on something first. So if I just started this with one frame, it doesn't really work as well. So watch. See, like right away it happens. You wanna anticipate it, and that's its own type of anticipation. The anticipation of him just standing there, you're looking at him wondering what he's gonna do. That's its own form of anticipation, and it's just as important as an anticipation like this or an anticipation like this. And you also need to hold long enough so that he clears the frame. Otherwise, if your film is done after this one frame and then it's over, you don't really feel satisfied that he left the screen. I could probably do this a little bit longer. Anyway. You guys still talking here. Yeah, it's definitely gonna end. I think it was a fine series, but a lot of precursors. Don't know what Ward. And, yeah. Have I seen The Bravest Warriors? Yes, I have. A friend of mine worked on Over the Garden Wall, actually. Yeah, Patrick McHale did Over the Garden Wall. He was the head of story on that show, Adventure Time. He didn't want to do it as a series, though. Since he'll kind of torch from the golden age. Yeah, I think you're right. Nerdland, no. Oh yeah, I I did like Nerdland. I did see it. I didn't see the whole thing, but I liked it. I think there's a certain point. Hey, what's up, Sans the cat? I did like it. I kind of feel like I don't know. The animation was a little too weird to me, and so it was a little too much, and it was kind of dirty, and I don't know. Yeah, I think it probably would have looked better as that. And thank you, I am some. Uh, hey, what's up, Hyper Flippy Pasta? Yeah, hey, what's up? Thanks. Nice character. Need ideas for animations? No, I don't. But thank you. I appreciate that. I got my own ideas. Sometimes I ask people, but not today. So there you go. Anyway, now here's something that's also important. Is after that, what happened to those shoes? Right? The shoes can't disappear. That dispels belief, and it doesn't work as well. So really, I need to have them fall to the ground. Hello? Where are you going? Oh, are you? Oh, okay, cool. Have fun.
Thank you.
I love you.
You're not talking.
I'm drawing.
Okay.
Alright, so now let's squash this just a little bit. Oh, what was the trajectory here? Alright, so it's still gonna go here. Have it land here. This one already landed. Have this one bounce up just a little bit. Have this one squashed just a little bit. Another thing that's kind of important is to never really have the two things happen at exactly the same time. Alright, so there's my quick little animation. And this is way too slow. But now I've got the things I can get rid of them. And it works fine. There we go. Yep, that works fine. Yep, wait. There you go. Those are his shoes. Thanks. Let's see. Thanks, ma'am. I told you I didn't need one, but thank you. I appreciate it. To carry out my legacy? My legacy? I don't know. Oh, need a success? Who, me? More of a multimedia. Have I seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? No, I haven't seen that. Let's see, what's that look like? Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Oh, that looks interesting. I'll have to watch that when we're done. Anyway. Oh, you thought there was... Yeah. Well, I realize that they may be traveling too far. I don't care. Anyway. So anyway, there you go. That's it. That's anticipation. There, and if I put this here now, that actually makes more sense. Ah, yeah. You see, now he's got a ground to run off on. All right, so that's anticipation 2. And like I said, there's a lot of parts of anticipation. Just to recap, this is anticipation, even though it's also a squash and stretch. This antic here, or this take here, is also anticipation, especially if you consider that he's going to do something else and he's going to run. So the fact that he's running here, this is an anticipation for the running. And then this skidding stuff before he really goes into the run and off screen is another anticipation. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. Anyway, there we go. So, oh wait, hold on. I wanted to set this up. And then so as I said before, I will upload this tutorial or whatever you want to call it to my YouTube page, and I will also share these files if for some reason you want to mess with them or see them or play with them. You can. So there you go. Anticipation. Yeah, slow out and slow in and slow out. Actually, yes, for sure. I would definitely check it out, Swan Meat. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I just realized that. Oh, all right, yeah. I'll definitely check it out. And now I've just learned that my wife went to the zoo, so I got nothing to do as soon as she's done. All right, so I went back to it. Maybe now it won't be so irritating, but it probably will be. So let's go back. Got to pay close attention to which one of these pieces of artwork is the one that crashes it. Because probably one of them's doing it. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, well, that looks fine. Alright, so where's his body and why is it above his head? Oh, is it because... I don't know, it shouldn't be. So let's... Yeah, there's his head. Not sure why that's there. There we go. Kind of a masterpiece, huh? Yeah, well, I'm looking forward. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is one of those things you want to stop watching, but you can't stop watching, huh? Interesting. I will definitely check it out, man. Thank you. I appreciate you sending me these things. This isn't the first time you've done that, and they're always cool. Some of those things are pretty outstanding. I'd like... Yeah, I'm not an unusual animator. You know, like my stuff is all cartoony and whatnot, but I really truly appreciate that oddity that people do and the way people, you know, they just have some really great insight into different ways to present an idea. I really appreciate that. I appreciate it mostly because I don't do it, but it's cool. I'll definitely check that out. What else? Very curious. Okay. Could have been life drawing those lions in the zoo. Yeah, I could have. I don't want to. She doesn't do that. She wants to go there and drink beer and then look at the animals. And I love that. I mean, I like drinking beer, but I don't. I don't know. I mean, the animals are great. I love animals. I kind of get. I feel sad for them. I don't really want to go to the zoo. I don't know. That's just me, I guess. But my wife loves it. She'll, she has a season pass and she goes as often as she can, and I just don't want to go. I would, I'm glad actually that I have this because otherwise I would have had to go. I mean, I can say I know if I want to, but you learn over the years of being married that you don't always say no. You gotta give, it's a little give and take. So I try and do that as best as I can, even though I hate it. It's actually not so bad. Whoa, that's so weird. There is some weird stuff going on here. Cause did you see that this line? What the hell was that? What is that? It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. I know. Stop acting crazy. I know. You see it though? Look what it's doing. What is this? I'm not sure what that is. It doesn't actually exist. It's not really there. Oh, you know what it is? Bet you I know what it is. I'll bet you that it's on the, no. Is it on the, no, it's not. Oh, and it's gone now. What happened there? What is that? That is the weirdest thing I think I've seen, because no other line does that. I don't know. I'm having issues. I got whole year's worth of issues. Well, at least, you guys are seeing them too. The thing is that, like, I am part of the beta team for Animate, but trying to explain that to them, even if they see it, they can't do anything about that. So they're not going to fix my issue there, really. Oh, wait, you know what? I didn't even think about this. He is inside. If he's not, he's got to be inside a, what's the word I'm trying to say, fellas? He's inside a mask. So, you don't have to worry about that. And if he's not inside a mask, then I need to make sure that he is anyway. Well, at least I'm getting a little further. I am getting further. Alright. Man. Alright, so where's that head? The head. Wait. Cat head. There it is. Alright. Alright, we're getting there. I feel vindicated. Alright, so yeah, this needs to be this, and then this is the other one, and this one can go away. And wait a minute, didn't I just delete that? I thought I did. Oh, I just, okay. So there, shoot, okay. Alright, now let's go back, let's color that one. And let's see, I need this. I need to turn this on. There we go. Let's color his fingers and his toes. There we go. What time is it? 3:10. Now, this looks like it is not inside a mask. Where's that mask? This is the mask, I think, isn't it? Whoa. Oh no, that's the whole layer. What's that? Is that it? Because here's the mask right here. It's locked somewhere. Let's go back down. Ah, here it is. This is the mask. Yeah. Okay, so if I lock all of this, none of that is in there, so I need to put all of this stuff in the mask. So let's do that. Oh wait, no, you know what? Let's not do it that way. Let's try the head. This. Okay, so that's the 2 layers. Ah, this is gonna suck. This is not gonna be easy. Alright, well, so what? Head. Alright, so we'll just do it. Although, no, you know what? The head doesn't need to be in it. All I need is the body. That's it. Ah, but, no, and the body's not in front of the cat head, so what the hell? Alright, so it just needs to be there. And then if I lock this, now the body is in there. Okay, good. Now I need the other body. After this, yeah, that one. This one also needs to be in there. I'm not sure why they're on different layers, so let's put them on the same layer. And then delete this. Let's get rid of this layer because we don't need it. Alright, so just... Ah, this one also needs to be in the layer. Alright, so now let's lock these. Yep, yeah, alright, now we're getting somewhere. Alright, oh, save. What's up, Matt Guyver? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Show them the stream? What do you mean? You mean show them what I've already done? I'm not sure I understand, Jack. I forgot to fill in the thumb. Did I? Crap. Huh. Well, thanks. Did I really? Oh, look. The arm is totally screwed. What happened there? What happened there? Alright. Alright, here. That's what it was. Alright. Alright, the thumb is... Oh, yeah, there it is. Thank you. Alright, so now he's going back. Oh, and that's the other problem. I was wondering why that looked weird. I mean, it looks weird anyway, but it's because the head is actually in the same position in both. And it really needs to be like up here to start, which I didn't realize now throws off this and what the body looks like and where it is. So I gotta now tweak that. Yeah, no, I agree. Jack, yeah, for sure. I will definitely tell them about that, but I have a feeling that it's gonna, they're gonna be like, well, can you send me the file? Because that's usually what they say. Can you send me the file that it happened with? And then they'll say, well, we looked at the file and we couldn't find anything. That's almost always what they say to me. Yeah, see, that actually works better. I don't really feel like I need anything more. Alright, let's see. You know what I do need? It's odd that that sound effect is there. I'm going to split audio. I think that's the one. Sounds like it. I think this is what the problem is. They're both there. It's like both the same one. Yep. That's exactly what it is. Yep. So it's got to go back a little bit further. Alright, so now I'm going to go back, new, do the same thing. So I'm going to reuse this character for him. Whoa. So one thing I need to do is get rid of the hair here, because Kit does not have hair. Cat has hair. I know, it sounds stupid, but it's pretty much how it works. Alright, so let's find this color, replace with this color. Let's find this color, replace with this color. Let's find this color and replace with this color. There he is. Now it's the same. Now it's him. Yeah. Trust me, that was planned. Now the only thing I gotta do is give him that, and his eyes, he's looking down, not looking up. So there's that too. Let's see, where's this? Is this on? Where is this? Is it? Oh, are they locked? I think his whiskers. Okay, good. His whiskers are locked, and they are here. All right. Wait. How far down is he? Where is he looking? Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I can fix this. Let's see. I'll change this to Kit. Chew head. Come back here. And let's go to this. And pull him away. Whoa, wow, that's funny how small it is. Oh, and you know what? It has to be behind the ham, so let's do that. There's the ham. Oh, okay. This is why it's taking so damn long. It's the back and forth. And now, there's this. All right. Oh wait, I need to loop this. Oh, it's a movie clip. Huh. Odd. Loop. Mike is doing it all solo. Wait, what? Let's see. You have a folder layer that is set to outline any strokes in the layer. Oh, so I was drawing on that layer. That makes sense. How about this one? Wait, how long does it take to make a full cartoon? Like how much goes into a work? This has been a long thing. But here, you can and I'm doing it all solo. Yeah, I am. Well, here, look, why don't we, for anybody that has not seen this cartoon, let's watch the cartoon so that you can see where I am. Because now I'm pretty much done. Um, so, so actually, all of you that are, because the rest of this stuff is literally just, I've just got to have him. I've got to have him bite, and that's pretty much the end of it. And I'm just going to repeat that. So I'm not going to even bother to do this on camera. I'll do it on my stream afterwards. So I made it to the end here, guys, because that's exactly what this is. And so all of you, if you want, get your name in the credits as a thank you. So what I need you to do is to send me an email, whoever's on this, and please don't share it with your friends if they weren't there, and like, you know, there's suddenly I've got 600 people, because if I have 600 people, I will not, I won't do this. So send an email to that, mike@miloworks.com. Wow, I don't know why it did that. It deleted the .com. There. Yeah, sure. If you can provide that, that's a hell of a lot easier. Then I know I won't get 70 emails. But yeah, if you could do that, that would be great. What I want is the real names, though. That's the thing. Because I mean, if I could do, unless you want Bat Monkey or Swan Meat or whatever, I was just gonna give the real names. But it's up to you guys. So anyway, yeah, dude, if you could share that with me, that would make things a lot easier. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm done. I'll keep working until this is done. But let's watch the film as far as it was, and you can see where I came from, and then I'll show you the last little bit. And it's really just going to be a cycle after that. Oh, okay. Excellent. Oh, cool. All right. That's cool. All right. I'll do that. I'll use that. What now? Yeah, you can email me. If you want your real name in there, email me and send it. I mean, I know yours aren't Yuppie, but it's easier if I just have a list, because I'll just punch them in to the credits at the end. Because the rest of this is just all kind of administration stuff. So here, let's watch, although maybe I should, how far? Yeah, they're just, because I actually think there's too much stuff going on here anyway. So what I need here, I need this over again. Let's go right to this. And this. And I need this. Alright, so it's these three things. Let's see how far that gets me. Is this all just him? Nah, it isn't. Alright, but I can undo this. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright, cool. Let's see if I can do this, and I can just make it be a symbol. Alright, let's see. Cat shoe complete. I don't even care what it's called. Ah, shoot. I got his head in there. Thought I didn't. Made it to the end. Yes, you did, guys. I couldn't have done it without you. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Alright, so now we've got everything here. Alright, yeah, so this is all one thing. And the only thing I don't want here is his head. So let's delete his head. And I can repeat this because his head will come back in this frame. And I can just put it back. Well, no. Oh, alright. So I really don't need this. Hold on. Hold on. Speech. Thank you. Yeah. I will, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week. I might finish that carbonate thing with the ball. I got another film already planned out, but I need to record it, so I don't know. I might do that actually this week, and I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. All right. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. You so-and-so. What happened there? Flash is a strange beast, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I think it was the other way around. I think this one. Wait. Because it does actually finish right. What happened there? At one point, I saw that it was there. That's just so weird. I hate you. Yeah, there it is. Oh, you know why? Because this is the actual artwork. All right, so let's hate this. Just another thing Flash does that irritates the piss out of me. As much as I love it, it just irritates me because it just does stuff like this, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then the fact that you can't register it when you're bringing it inside a symbol. Wait, what? Wait, what? What happened there? It did it anyway. It did it anyway. Yeah, look at that. See, it did it anyway. I know how to fix that, though. Nope. I can't fix that. Ah. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Alright. Fine. Beers and champagne. Speech. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for everyone who has been here and helped me throughout this process. I appreciate it. I could not have done this without you. So thank you for your patronage. How's that? Is that good? Ha! I got you back. There you go. Ha! Take that. Take that. Take that. Flash. Alright, so I did this despite the irritations that it caused me. And there was, you go through, I should do like an outtake thing. It'd just be, you know, the 5 months of making this thing and the constant, what the hell, what, why is it, what, I really should do that. Now I'm missing the arms now. Alright, but this is all down here. It has to all be right here, and that's probably why it didn't work, because it's locked. So this and this also go in there. And then what's this? What's this? Ah, the body. Alright, cool. So you know what we need to do is this. And then now the body will stay that way. Yep. Oh, actually, see, I don't really... Well, yeah, I think I do. No, you know what I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. It needs to go, because he's sitting now. And where's his head again? I hate you. And they disappeared. Why did it disappear? Because that other part. You know what? What? I knew I shouldn't have done that. Because you know what's missing is the head going back. Yeah, and the in-betweens are missing too. I hate you. Alright. I'm gonna just revert. Maybe label your... Dude, you know how many layers I have in this? There's probably about 9,000 layers. I could totally do that. Use that at work. Yeah. Watch the P word. What did I say? Did I say, oh, pissed off? You can't say P? But I didn't. So the other B word. I want to do an animation with chicken nuggeted sauce, but I can't think of anything funny. Ah, you gotta go back to that one dude that was offering ideas for stuff. What was his name? I don't know. He's probably gone because I didn't animate his thing instantly, but what was his name? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna go back now. Yeah, now you know why it takes forever to do a Simpsons. Yeah, absolutely. Mike, have you ever picked up a computer and just threw it across the room? No, man. No, I would never do that. I wouldn't do it because they're too damn expensive. What the hell happened here? Alright. I don't want this here. And the head disappeared anyway. You son of a... Alright, you know what we're going to do? Let's go back to one of the earlier versions. And I'll just grab those things, because here we go. Here's 26. I'm just going to grab those frames and go back in, because I already animated that. I'm not doing it again. All the flush should confuse of what he or the program is doing. Yeah, exactly. It would be funny. It would be funny, actually, to do. It would take a long time to pull it off, because, yeah, these things being 3 hours long. But it would be funny to do. I might have to pull that off. just damn it! What the... What? Ah! Ah! It would probably be pretty doggone funny, actually. Ah, there we go. Wait, didn't I? That was it? That's all I did? I was bitching about that, and that's all I had was the one panel? Alright, well. Now we know that it does not matter. Alright, smarty pants. Alright, smarty pants. Yeah, I can even see that's the one. It's right there. Use frame picker. Frame picker! Alright. And then let's clear keyframe until he does this. And then now we'll delete this. And then let's delete it again. What on earth happens sometimes? Oh, I see what it is. It's all that symbol that I did. I was trying to be able to repeat this all. And it just really totally screwed me. And I'm still not really sure what the hell happened there. I think I know though. So what I really need to do, yeah, it's this last frame here, his head, and this last frame of him chewing. But this is supposed to be down. No. It needs to be like this. So where's that? Where's this? What happened to it? Now it's gone? Alright, there's the ham. No, the ham's back here. Oh, that's the ham. Oh, but yeah, on this frame, that's the ham. Alright, so, yeah, what I want is this. So, one frame before, this has to show up. Not entirely sure what the hell happened there, but alright. And this hand disappears for one frame. Yeah, I totally screwed myself. I should have paid attention to that. I don't know. Well, why is it behind if the ham's here? Oh, because I know why. I just want to finish it. There we go. When you reversed to the last save, you saw the two heads and deleted it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've ever tried Toon Boom. Yeah, sure, I've used Toon Boom multiple times. I don't like it as much as Animate, to be quite honest. It's alright, but I don't like it as much. Let's see. Can I fix this? Yeah, I'm gonna try. Copy. Paste. Where's this? Paste this. Let's see if it still does it. So it goes right here. It'll be interesting to see if it still does it. It doesn't. Alright. Mike, you should start a Redbubble with your cartoon characters so I can buy some t-shirts. Ha! Yeah, would you buy something? Alright, I'll do that. I don't make stuff because I don't think anybody's gonna do it. You know, be interested in it. But yeah, if you think you wanna do that, I'd be happy to make some just because it's fun. And that stupid ass hand is still disappearing. It's still disappearing. I hate you, hand. And now it disappeared. Wait, what? How does that even happen? I know how it happens. I know how. It's because it disappeared here. There we go. Alright, so now... Man, I really screwed the pooch with this. Alright, so now... What time is it? 39. I too hate it when my hands disappear. Alright, one with carbonate, sure. Maybe it wants to give me a hand with the cartoon. Boom, boom, yeah, I'll do that. You know, it's funny that you say that. I have this character Flavio that I created. And this lady who I met online made a stuffed animal of him for me. Isn't that cool? If you haven't seen Flavio, you can see it online. It's a cartoon I did for Nickelodeon. And here you can quickly see Flavio and what he looks like. Flavio. This Mac. Flavio. Flavio. Let's see. Here's Flavio. And see, she made a Flavio for me. And he does actually talk, but the battery. That's so fun. I forgot that it did that. I don't think you can hear it, but here, I'll try it again.
Here's my newest invention, pasta on a stick. Let's say you're hungry and you want to run. The boss man is going to give you the boost you later one more time. Pasta on a stick.
You know what? That's so funny too. I just realized when I put this green up there, it went see-through. Anyway, isn't that cool? So yeah, I'm gonna have her make me one like this with carbonate, because that's definitely the next film that I want to do. And maybe over time, Kit and Kat and Capoodle, I don't know. But she said she would definitely do it. And she was excited to do it, so I'm looking forward to having that done. I have one thing that I have to do before she can do it. I have to like do a turnaround of Flavio. And I just haven't had the free time to do it. But I'm going to definitely do it. Anyway, yeah, if you guys are interested in those, yeah, that would be so cool. But we'll see. I'll probably do it anyway, whether you guys are actually interested or not. There. So it's trying to go with this. But anyway, isn't that lady's so talented? I forget what her name is. Miley. Yeah, I think her name is Miley. Not Cyrus. I know. Somebody's going to say, oh, Cyrus? No, not Cyrus. But yeah, she has... You can actually look up her website. She's got... I think it's called Miley Made This. No, Miley. M-Y-L? Miley Made This. No, because you're just going to come across Miley Cyrus. Let's see. Now that I hawked her, I kind of feel like I have to... Miley. No, I just saw her. Damn it. Oh, you know what? I know. We went and we talked here about this. Oh, no. It's... No wonder. Her name is Emily Connell. She's got some great stuff that she's made. I don't see her website, but she has a website and an Instagram too. So you maybe want to look up Emily Connell. Oh, look what... Oh, that's why I thought because I've seen it so many times. It's look what Emily made, but it makes it look like it says... See, look what Emily made. So yeah, you can see that. Should get her on Twitch. Yeah, well, I think these things take a long time to do. It took her a while. It'll probably take her a week to do. But I thought that was so cool when she made it. That was like, what? So, anyway, it was awesome. All right. All right, so now I need to bring him back again. What's funny about a chicken nugget and sauce? Uh, hmm. I am some is usually good at that stuff. Well, you could have a you could have the chicken nugget about like the sauce yelling at the chicken nugget or something and berating him, and then an actual chicken comes in and like spills out the sauce. Don't you mess with my child. It's so awful, but all right. So now frame picker. Oh right, because this is a chew. So all right, hold on. Just gotta go to this. All right, just copy this out of there. Can you paste a link? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Somebody, Swami, please let him paste the link. They stick together. Chicken, the chicken nugget daydreams. Yeah, this works just fine. Yep. Let's see. Time is it? I got 10 minutes left. We're just about done. Oh. And Matt Guyver's up next. He's going to show you some awesome stuff with Illustrator. He always does some cool stuff every week. So you should stay tuned with that. Adobe is not done yet. Matt closes it for us. He closes up shop every week for us. There, that works fine. Now, I definitely need a little antic there. I've been teaching the antic. I gotta do the antic. He's gonna raise that, but it starts to go here. So really it's back here. Frame 1. What the hell? I keep on doing that. Alright, so there. This is where I want it to... Okay. This is where I want it to start. I'll turn off that browser. The chicken nugget is... You make style sheets for your characters. Is that one of yours through the Flavio link? Yeah, well, the Flavio is an actual film that I made with Nickelodeon. I mean, it's a 7-minute full animated cartoon. I don't know. I think I got 10 minutes. Let's see if I can find Flavio. We'll round out the episode with Flavio. Is this it?
Here's my newest invention, pasta on a stick. Let's say you're hungry and you underrun. The boss man is gonna give you the boot you later one more time. Pasta on a stick. She saved the day. Whoa, what a super stupido idea! I'm never gonna be a great inventor like my hero Leonardo da Vinci with the stupid ideas like stinking pasta on a stick. I puke better inventions than you. You are a stupido invention, pasta on a stick. It's okay. I've got a million ideas. And one day, zoom, straight to the top.
So there's a little bit of Flavio. It's a full 7-minute cartoon. Did this cartoon ever play on TV? Yeah, it definitely did. It was part of something called Random Cartoons, which is where Adventure Time came from, actually. And yeah, you can definitely see it. Where is it? On YouTube. Just do a search for Flavio cartoon, and it'll come right up. Flavio cartoon. There it is. But 9 minutes left. We'll end we'll end this stream watching Flavio. How about that? See, and that's that pose. You see? Here's his pose. It's that, and then on the screen, that's where she got that pose from. So here, without further ado. Yeah, he is a goat.
Time to wash the dishes. Uh-oh, she's locked. Boss man gonna be very angry I don't wash the dishes. But me, I have no key. I gonna need special tactics. Plunge yourself. Invention number 92. She saved the day. I always thinking. I got inventions for a lot of things. Eating, sleeping, working, even got a new type of toilet paper. Lots of work to do on that one. Oh yes. Ouch. Here's my newest invention.
This is that part you just saw.
Let's say you're hungry and you underrun. The boss man is gonna give you the boot you later one more time. Pasta on a stick. She saved the day. Whoa, what a super stupido idea! I'm never gonna be a great inventor like my hero Leonardo da Vinci.
The lion? His name was Steven Stanton. This is Rob Paulson doing the voice. He did the voice of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Originally, I did the voice, and then
Morning, Flavio.
Viacom wanted a name.
A bird threw up on my head on the way over here.
Love from above, huh?
Yeah, and now I gotta wear bird spam on my head all day. How am I gonna cook like this?
I'm not an expert at this sort of thing, but maybe you wash your head, no?
Genius. Pure genius.
I always thinking, Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, I think I got an invention for you. The anti-bird spammer. Let's say you're walking down the street. Uh-oh, is that bird gonna blow chunks? Now you protected from the bird spam that fall out of the sky.
Oh, cool. Put me down for one of those.
Really? My first sale! Yes! You still want one?
Who wouldn't?
Oh, you're a good guy, Mr. Frank. I'm gonna put you on a good guy list.
Flavio, who broke the dang glass again?
That's my boss man. He hot in the head.
Did you invent your way in again?
Well, boss man, it would be a lot easier to get in if you trust me with the key.
Hey, that's your problem, Stu Red. Earn my trust. Now go wash the dishes. Another stupid invention?
No.
By the way, this pig guy is based on my father. Flavio is me, and Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank is my
I'm
uncle.
gonna put him on the bad guy list. See? And then the train goes through the tunnel and... Bellissimo! Your shoe, she's a tie.
Genius.
No, his name is Bobby Costanza.
Obviously not. You see, Flavio, That's why I don't trust you. I turn my back for 1 second and you're goofing off. Now clean those dishes or you're fired.
This
And
is
you,
a pilot I
boy,
did,
get
Potato
out,
Messiah.
Oh, Mr. Frank, I was born for better things than cleaning the dirty dishes. I need time to invent things. Mr. Frank, you gotta stop her to making the dirty dishes, okay?
Sure, Flop. I'll probably lose my job, my dreams, my future, but anything for you.
I see your point.
I made a point? Nuts.
Nah, they're not.
I need a way to make the dishes go bye-bye. Oh, the dirty dish eradicator.
It's called Flavio.
It's a saxapalooza.
You can find it on YouTube.
Genius.
Boys! We're in trouble. Oh. Long ways from the dining area to the kitchen.
What's the matter, boss man? You
I don't know
feel
who the
welcome?
mafia guy is,
What?
but it
Kick
could
the
be him.
bucket.
This is no time for kids' games. The boss man here dying over here.
I'm fine, you nitwit. Just a little winded is all.
So what's the problem?
Oh, gee, I forgot. The mayor wants us to cater his fundraising marathon. But he wants something new and fresh. No pizza. It's a disaster.
Maybe Flavio can help. He's a genius.
Flavio? At this point, I'll try anything. Okay, genius. Invent a way out of this.
What?
That's who did the pig's voice.
Time. I'm not prepared. This crazy. It's not fair. I'm not ready. The boss man need me. But I'm not a big time inventor. I'm not a big time inventor.
I'm a small time joke.
Hey, Blanky face. Why are you crying? Leonardo da Vinci?
Look inside your heart, Flavio, and you'll find you already have the answer you seek. Now stop your blabbering! You make us invent this among a babe!
I already have it.
Thank you very much, Cero Demon Man.
I got it!
Flav, you're creeping us out, man.
It's okay, Mr. Frank. I know how to save the day!
See, and for those that are just coming in,
Well,
I even got a little
Flavio,
Flavio
I
doll.
hand it to you. That was some pretty quick thinking.
I know. Pasta on a stick. She saved the day. I'm sorry I don't believe in you, pasta on a stick.
No, Flavio, you saved the day.
Did I make the...
Thank you.
Yeah, I made this cartoon.
Good work, fella.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Your Highness.
A little something to show my appreciation.
Thank you very much, Raspberry.
It's the key to the restaurant. You trust me now. I never think I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna put you on a good guy list. I'm gonna give you a big kiss.
No, Flavio, that's a list.
You remember seeing it? Oh, thanks, man. And you liked it?
Oh, yes.
You know, I really appreciate that. Anyway, there you go. So that was Flavio. There's a whole bunch of cartoons I've done over the years for networks. But that was the one. I liked that one the best. Thank you very much for watching it. FS Narayan. Thank you. Appreciate that. I need to wear my glasses. Alright, so thanks guys. You know what I'm going to probably do is I will probably switch over to my own channel now. It's the end of the run for me today. So if you're at all interested in seeing the rest of this play out, by all means come and follow me over there. Or don't. But that's probably what I'm going to do next. So until next week, I will talk to you guys then. And I hope you have a great week and the rest of your weekend is awesome and all that cool stuff. Alright, bye-bye. See ya.